Yo, Zyko here, and currently I've been on the Rush server for the past week now. It's near Vanilla, so it's 1 to 2 times gathering if you get your XP levels up. And today I bring you the Narrow House. It's basically a longhouse built in between the trio of the preset rocks. And let me just give you a tour. So we've got some easy bit when you came in. Dropbox. Now let's get into the main bit. So we have the box jump for the hatch. Really good. You won't get any 2-man boosting on that, even with the rocks there. Then we have our resident bum. All Hail Geek, that is. You might have seen him in the community updates as well. Check him out. He does some really good cinematic videos. Also for defences, I usually leave this one open. So if they're coming through and they manage to jump up, and you've got this, then you're going to have to blow it out to get it through. Right, onto the loot room. Chest in there, chest up there. And you have to get up by jumping on the boxes, so if they do come through the side or drop down here, if they get a little bit too happy blowing through that to get the loot before going up there, then they're going to find it a little bit harder. Just makes things a little bit more difficult. That's what we want to do if someone's going to raid you. And it's nice and cozy. It gives that nice scavenger survival feel. So little bits and bobs in there. I haven't got amazing amounts of stuff. Been working quite a lot lately. So right, there's more to show. We have our tool cupboard. I'm not a fan of blocking these up, I like to keep them open. So if I have someone join me, or make friends with someone and they come and live with me, then they can have access without having to blow anything up. Double doors here, with a honeycomb in. And here's our furnace room. We've got 4 furnaces there, a shelving, and another 3 there. One of the problems living here is bears. Like shark bears. They're so brutal. They literally go through the rocks and come underneath the foundations. So when you log off, don't log off on the floor. And again, same as before, box jump to go up the hatch. The double door system here to block people off. You can't actually go through here very well. You have to jump, double doors, and you can't even fit through that even if you go through the doors. Right, let's show upstairs. Now with the narrow base, they're either going to come through the front and back or from the top. So that's why we've done the extra honeycombing for the extra doors. I try to build this 4 up. So when they come through, they've got a minimum of 3 ceilings until they get to the bottom, and it's also sectioned out one by one. So if they do get down there, they're going to have trouble getting out if they don't get that TC. Then we've got an airdrop. Okay, you see the rocks here, the side ones and the back one. Didn't quite finish the back, as you can see. Got the extra ball there, a triangle honeycomb in, then there's a square attached to it. I have a door down there as well because it's got decay on the server, so I can actually get there and do the maintenance every other day. I've not been raided yet, sadly. I'd like to, so I can see how strong this is. Defending wise, I'd say probably build another tower nearby, so you could see someone go through the front or back, or maybe getting on the top. You could always do a fire rocket, so if they are raiding downwards, fire rocket downwards, take them out, as they haven't got a lot of room to go to because it's sectioned one by one. Right, onwards with the rating. So for price for protection, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. It's all sectioned out. You can have a little bit of fun with the double doors. The sides are immune due to the rocks as well. You're able to have enough space to still do the honeycomb in. Myself, I had a little base nearby, then did the foundation, then moved in, but you can actually start off on a single from 1 by 1 and just build outwards from there. Movability, I give this 2 stars. It's ideal for a 1-man base or even a 2-man base. There's lots of doors, hatches, and the walls as well. There's certain areas where you can't actually move by someone. But that being said, it's also harder to be raided by like a group of 4. And group of 4 jumping in there's to be just chaos. Location, I give this 2 out of 5 stars. It has to be in the preset rocks that you see about in the game. Ideally the one without the hole in. But the one with the hole in and the side is the one that most people use. So these are currently unused. And it's always fun to build in a preset environment area. Defense, I give this 2 to 4 stars. As I said before, it's a real small space, so it's harder for like a group of 4 or 5 to raid you. Gravity can be on your side. If you have a little base outside and you're able to get like a fire rocket, if you can shoot it down in a hole if they're going downwards, then it's going to get them. And there's not a lot of room they can have to go from side to side. As long as they don't get your torque bit at the bottom, they're really going to struggle. It's a shame that no one's tried to raid this yet. I'd really like to see how they'll do it. Coolness and fun, I give this 5 out of 5. As I said earlier, it gives that unique survival feel and scavenger feel of having like loot boxes in tight areas, just jumping in and out. It can be like quite dark in here as well, and also you're building in a like a unique environment as well, where the rocks are slightly different, so the bases are not always going to be the same, and you can have some of the fun with the double doors as well. And you can have some of the fun with the double doors as well. And you can have some of the fun with the double doors as well. Show you how to build it. So here I am. I'm in the middle of the trio pre-rock foundations, the one without the hole through the side, and we're going to start our narrow house. And what I want to do is honeycomb it, so I've got an extra wall just for the added protection. So what I'll do, I'll probably fast forward this. If it is a little bit too fast when I fast forward it, then you can always slow it down on the bottom right on the YouTube option. Seems I'm a little bit too high on these foundations, so I'm just going to start again. These things happen. But it's good to get it out of the way now and later on. There we go, that's one done. Just want to do it on the other side. Right, I just put some foundations just to the side of the markers because I might have to delete these 2 out just to get enough space because it goes uphill. So, just going to take these 2 out for now. We've got the side ones, so that's fine. There we go, that's better. Yeah, sometimes when you do build them a little bit too close, it does mess up, so you can't actually get to the frames together. But it doesn't matter because we'll be using double balls anyway for most of the time. So now we've done a honeycombing finally. It can be a little bit of effort. You don't have to do it, but extra protection, and plus it's cheap as well. You get an extra wall without having to pay for the ceiling and the foundation itself, so it does actually make it cheap. Now we just need to put the foundation down for the side bits. Sometimes you will have problems with these and just fitting them in. You do need to like wobble around until you can fit it. But if it doesn't work, then you're going to have to use the triangle foundations, which won't matter too much. I give it what we need to do anyway. Oh, did go. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get one on this very back one. Literally just crouch down, move around, wiggle, just until it fits. Look, that's about as far as we're going to go. Right, now we've done that. So what we want to do, just to make it easier for us now, is just to build the side bits of the walls. Help with stability later on. Just putting an extra foundation just at the back of it. It's a little bit too high up, so what I'm going to do is just build upwards, just get the height, and then put them down like that. Just give it a little extra protection on the sides as well. They're all in. It's going to have to be another triangle. About to put the walls in, and if you reckon you're going to have enough metal frags, then I'd say just use double doors all the way through. But apart from the side ones, just for the extra support mainly, because we want to be going up like 4 stories, so don't want it to be too weak. Yeah, so just put the roofs in, match into what you just put out, finish any little bit of walling that you want to do. And there we have it. Once the foundation is all laid out, now what you want to do is to have your TC down. We need to upgrade all the get your door down. Right, I'm back. One thing I literally just found, you can add extra foundations. I have an idea of how, so I will be testing that in a second. But it's allowing me to do that, which is allowing me to have an extra frame. So this honeycombing, where we're going to have like 2 doorways, has now became 3, and 3 again. Really good, really worth it, more rewarding for doing honeycombing. So instead of an extra wall, getting an extra like 2 either side. So I will test out exactly how to do it, and then I'll get back to you. Right, just laid out some foundations, and as you can see, it's not working now on twig. It's not working now on wood. On stone, sheet metal, and the heavy armoured, it's allowing you to put an extra foundation joining it in the gap. So you make your honeycombing with a gap, then you join another foundation on something that's upgraded, and it's allowing you to have extra, and you can upgrade them as well. So I will do this as stone, and there you can see. And do that as armoured. And that one is sheet metal. Looks quite horrible. So right, one thing I'm a little bit worried about is the foundations for splash damage. Hopefully this video won't be too long. I didn't expect to just randomly find this whilst building, but this is Rust, and it's one of those things, I guess. So at the moment, I got the extra wall in there, and it's 2 stone foundations, as you can see. So I'm just going to fly a little bit upwards and hit the edge of it, so as if I'm reenacting being a raider on the outside, and they want to go for the foundation Visually outside you can't really tell that it is an extra foundation. It does stick out compared to some of the other ones, but they're attached to it, they're not actually honeycombed outwards. So let's have a look. And there you can see there is no splash damage through doing this, so win-win. So if you are doing your honeycombing with your square foundations, then I highly recommend that you upgrade it to anything above wood, so stone, high quality and armoured, then put an extra foundation on top. Right, I'm not going to show you how to build this step by step. Basically just follow the foundations upwards with walls, so we want this 4 high. So once I do that I'll be back. Yep, also ceilings, I'm not so sure if I mentioned this one, it needs to be sheet metal. If it's stone they can pick through it, so if they do go through the sides or if they want a better way out or explore other rooms, this definitely slow them down, so sheet metal rather than stone for the ceilings. Nextly we want doors. Right, now you have all your doors in. Not gonna lie, you can get a lot of doors in this. If you don't want that much room for loot, and you're not on a DK server, then you can always wall it off. If you are on a DK server, you're going to want access to it, really. Just so no one can get down the sides and if your walls disappear due to the decay on the foundations. So, now we have that, now we're going to start laying out some of the loot. Right, now you should have your loot rooms and boxes set up. I'll show you what I've done. I've got 2 drop boxes there, double doors. That's easy. Shelf in there, you could probably fit some sleeping bags here or furnaces. Extra doors for protection. Just a box sticking out either side here because of the rocks. And through this bit, you can no stairs or ladders. Room in there. Room in there for boxes. Now you just gotta jump up. Loot room. Furnaces. Furnaces again. Furnaces. So if you're like me and you like buildings where you have to jump around like a big kid, then you'll love it here. And then got a ladder hatch. Not quite finished outside. You'd want another floor up from here at least, so they gotta go down 3 floors to get to your loot room. Ideally you want some more. One of the difficulties I'm having with the extra foundations is the gaps, but you can kind of cover it over. You can see the stability starts to drop. But this isn't fully walled out either, and there might be a little bit of room maybe for using some of the pillars as well. Now this can get interesting, as like I said before in my previous one, the ladder hatch would have been here, but I've had to move it 2 over just so I can actually fit down, and getting in and out is a struggle. But lucky enough you use the doors. If you do get really stuck, hopefully like some of the rocks will be a little bit better, only if I built up a tiny little bit higher on the foundations. There we go, easy as that, and it can get through the other way as well. So for the extra foundations, I'd probably say it's not actually worth it at the moment. Down below there's 1 or 2 doors I can actually get in, so I'm not actually getting that much of a benefit. One thing I would recommend is probably having a ladder hatch further outside the building or around here to get up the next floor. You don't want them all together because that's the worst thing, because they go 1, 2, 3, 4, C4 and they're all the way down to the bottom. Fair enough, they're going to have to go through sections and doors all the time, which makes it quite a bit difficult. So yeah, this is in our house. Hopefully everyone can get it down maybe easier than I have, and if anyone has made this and they want to invite me to have a look, then please do so. I'd be really interested. So yeah, this has been fun. See you later.